Hello everyone, my name is River Stump and welcome back to another speed build. So because the horse pack just released, I thought what better way than to build a farmhouse. Now I am recording this on the weekend, so I currently don't have the horse pack right now, but I am so excited for it. So you best bet you will be getting some horse content next week. And yeah, I can't wait. So, if you haven't watched my last kind of video, I did a horse barn build. So go check that out. It technically isn't my last video, but it's my last speed build. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. So I wanted it to be like kind of a contemporary modern sort of farmhouse. So we're going with lots of like whites, kind of more I guess like neutral colors on the outside, and then we'll add some more kind of fun stuff once we get into the inside. So I spent a lot of time kind of trying to figure out how I wanted this. I knew I wanted a big kind of porch, and I knew I wanted like that second floor, but the roof was definitely a bit more tricky than I thought it would. I ended up going with these season windows, and as you can see, I'm going with very like black and white theme. I did cut out a lot of the roof building just because it did take me quite a while, so we're just gonna skip right to almost the finished roof. So here that is, and that's how it's going to look. So I wanted to go with kind of light metal, so I ended up doing that. I was going to do a darker one around on the porch, but I do end up swapping it out for that kind of lighter metal on the second floor. But I kind of liked the two different roof shades. I don't know, it was kind of like they swapped it out or like kind of made it more modern as they built it. I ended up moving the fireplace closer to the front of the house and added a nice stone wallpaper, I guess, to it. We're just gonna pretend like it's actual stone. And then I added this kind of white wooden board. I believe it's the same one I used in the horse barn build. And then I went with these lighter kind of wooden floors. I think they're really, really adorable. And then I, of course, added some stairs to match. Like, how cute is that? I did move the house a little bit on the lot just to kind of give me a bit more room, and adjusted the, what is it called? The foundation. Sorry, it is Sunday and I guess I am not fully awake yet. I then added this kind of brown trim around the edge just so it matches the floors, and then I wasn't sure if I should kind of get rid of that little bit, but you know what, it's fine. I ended up going with a lighter trim. I really wanted one to match, but white works too. And then I added the wooden pieces around the rest of it, and of course a little topper on the fireplace. I was using an inspiration pick for this, and I don't build exactly how it's supposed to look, but I just kind of take it as inspiration and make it my own, I guess. So that's what I did. If you guys do want me to show the inspiration pick in future builds, I would be happy to kind of throw it up on the screen there. You just have to let me know, and I will of course do that for you. So we're gonna jump inside and add some lighting so we can try and start figuring out the floor plan to better assess where we should put windows. I was gonna go with a lighter floor on the inside, but ended up matching the oak from the outside, so you'll see me kind of swap that out as we go. I wanted to make this a 2-bedroom house, so we are going to try our best to do that. I changed the stairs to match the flooring color a bit better, and then I did want to put a little bathroom off on the side. So I added that in through a shower, and it was looking a bit small, so I actually do end up playing around with the stairs a little bit and end up making it a bit bigger. But this is how it's looking right now. I don't know when I exactly throw in the or like change the stairs around. Here we go. There. So now I like having like that little two bottom stairs kind of stick off. I don't know if that's weird, but I don't know, it just looks nice to me. And I really wanted that shower and then freestanding tub combo. So I put that in, added a few little plants just to kind of lighten it up, added in a window, and I did make it off center. I don't know if that's annoying or not, but it was looking a little weird. So I just moved it over a tiny bit and moved that one over. So hopefully it doesn't bug you too much. Sorry if it does though. Just try and forget about it. So I ended up going with this white kind of subway tile, I guess you could call it, and then the Growing Together black floor. I was gonna try and stick with like kind of a golden colored bathroom, but couldn't really find a floor that matched it very well, so I just stuck with white and black. And I ended up using a lot of this kit curtain pack. I kind of hid them under the stairs a little bit. You can see it sticking out. I do go back and kind of adjust that just to make it a little more hidden like that, and then just kind of go with that. I think it's really cute, and I am actually obsessed with these curtains. I use them in, I'm pretty sure, every build I do. Can't forget the toilet paper, of course, and a towel. So that's all placed, and I actually did end up sizing up this one. I didn't notice until I'm editing right now that there's a little black shadow, which is kind of annoying. I wish it didn't happen, but whatever, it's there, and that's just the way it is. So yeah, we're kind of going through. I normally like to kind of put essentials in the room and then go back to decorate it, but in this house I don't know, I was feeling very decorative, so I kind of wanted to go room by room and just kind of decorate. I believe I still do go back and throw a few final touches in there. But obviously I couldn't put a mirror behind the sink as there's a window there, so I just put it on that little side wall and then threw up a nice little nature picture behind the bathtub, as well as a little kind of plant wall because it was just missing some greenery over here. And if you know me, you know I love plants, so there we go. I did add a light just above the bathtub as well, and I went for a nice little gray rug just to kind of help pull it all together, which I think it turned out really, really well. Now we're moving on to the kitchen. Where it is a farmhouse, I did want to go with some nice farm-like kitchen counters, so I went with these nice kind of newer ones, and I wanted a kitchen island, but I wasn't liking how far it kind of stuck out, so I kind of swapped it around and tried to figure out a way that it would work best for kind of what I wanted, because I did want to be able to kind of put some bar stools there. I thought it would be nice, so you can see me trying to custom place them to my liking. And it's looking pretty good, but it's looking pretty crammed, so I decided to move it back one more and switch it around that way and then place them all again. Definitely a bit more tedious this way, but I think it turns out pretty good. As you can see, the wall isn't doing great things over there, so I ended up kind of swapping it and adding a back wall to that, and then adding a little ledge to the back of the kitchen counters, I guess. And then I added just a nice neutral fridge, a little sink, and of course the stove and dishwasher to match. I did also kind of want to make it pretty cozy, like we're going with farmhouse vibes, but you know, I want it still to be nice and new and renovated. I ended up adding some tile behind the kitchen, believe I went with like a nice neutral kind of blue. Yeah. And I believe I went with a either light blue for the rest of it or like a light gray color. I'm not 100% sure. We'll get there when we do. But I added some upper cabinets. I can't believe I used to not build with these. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how I ever just didn't use it. It just makes the kitchen look so empty. Added in a fire alarm and then this blue kind of oven hood, and then I really wanted to put curtains, but you see how it just doesn't fit? How frustrating is that? So I got rid of that and desperately looked for a new one. Spoiler alert, I didn't find one. So anyways, we're moving on to this. I really wanted to add a fireplace as that is where the chimney is. And I just kind of made it a little cozy like reading nook, I guess. I don't know, I'm sure the space could have been used for other things, but I thought it was kind of cute. So yeah, I guess I did end up going with gray walls through the rest of the house. Gray is my favorite color. It's what all of my walls are. I call it millennial gray. I don't know. Anyways, I ended up adding some bar stools just to designate that area because I did want that in this cute little blue color. And then we get started on our little reading nook. I absolutely love this, what is it, the high school years pack. It's just full of such great furniture items. I'd have to say it's definitely one of my favorite packs to build with. I am very excited for the horse pack, just to have some of those fun wooden kind of cowboy colored stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. But for like right now, I added in these kind of wicker chairs, just so you can kind of like read a book, a little coffee table. And yeah, I think it's nice and cozy and just kind of like a little homey area for you to kind of go and sit. But yeah, there's me just adjusting it. And of course we need something to kind of go in that area. I did end up adding a little lamp, but there we go. I wasn't sure when I added it in. But yeah, it's kind of got a little bit of the blue color and it just adds a little bit more light to that little corner. Now we do need a dining room, so I add that over here, and of course we need a dining room rug. I was gonna go with the Spun Blue one, but it was a bit too ambitious, so I ended up going with like more of a neutral kind of colored farmy rug. And then picking out the chairs was really difficult. I actually looked for an embarrassing amount of time, but I ended up going with these ones. So there you go, cut out all of that pain and suffering and just skipped right to it. I did end up using that little lamp from the high school years pack. I just wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, and I knew I wanted to tie some more of that blue color in from the kitchen just so it wasn't solely in the kitchen. I then moved on to the living room, and I knew I wanted to keep it kind of in that blue color theme. So I'm just kind of going around looking for some nice modern furniture that I think would fit in the space well. So I ended up going with like blues and pinks, and I believe I threw in like some yellow, but I'm not 100% sure. But I just, again, wanted to stick with that nice, cozy, modern, but yet also farmhouse kind of look. I loved this little table, but it definitely wasn't big enough to be a main table, so I just kind of stuck it on the side, and the growing together table actually worked out perfectly for this. So I added that in, and then I knew I wanted a little TV stand because obviously the TV can't go on the wall with the window right there, so I threw that in, added some nice blue blinds, and I really wanted this black curtain instead of the brown, but it was not working. So I ended up looking through the other curtains just to see if there was any other colors that would work, but I cut that out, so bam, there you go. White, kind of light blue curtains instead. I like it so much better than those brown curtain rods. I then went around and just put some decorations on the walls, like paintings, a few like of the diplomas, and then I added this nice little plant wall, which I thought just brought in a nice little cozy touch. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with the bamboo one, but ended up sticking with that one instead. But the downstairs is almost complete. I do add a few more pictures to this back wall just to make it seem a little less empty. So there's what I finished putting on there, and now we're heading upstairs to start to try and figure out kind of the room layouts. As I mentioned before in the video, I wanted 2-bedroom, and I really want like an ensuite and some sort of like upstairs bathroom. So there's me trying to figure it out. I wasn't sure if I wanted the hallway to be 3 wide or 2 wide, but I ended up sticking with the 2 wide. You can see me here trying to place the windows so they match the downstairs. Again, I know they're not center, and I'm really sorry if that bugs you. I also noticed that this side wall was looking pretty empty, so I added a window down there, and then I also add some to the bathrooms upstairs, just so it doesn't seem so sad, because it is a very flat, empty wall. But those are going to be the bathrooms, and you know, you just need a good window in a bathroom sometimes. So now we're moving on to picking the color schemes of the room. I wanted to be like a teenager's room versus like the parents' room. So I believe we start with the parents' room here. So I just went with very neutral colors. I really love that kind of, what is it called? Like a maroon, like the pillows. So I ended up picking a color very similar for the walls, which I thought was gorgeous. I added that ensuite and then just added the rest of the doors to the other rooms just so I don't forget. I really wanted a dresser at the end of the bed, but as you can see, it was looking a bit crowded, so I moved it around and just kind of changed the windows to match, and it definitely gave us a lot more room to kind of work with. I added a mirror so you can kind of like check out your outfits before, you know, going on your way, and a TV. I also added a little window on the side over there, and then we can't forget these lovely curtains that we've been putting, and it came in that same cute little pink color, so I added those to both of the windows, which I think is looking adorable, kind of like going with that gold, black, and I guess like purpley red color. And then of course we're going in with some pictures. I wasn't sure which ones I really wanted to use, but I've been obsessed with the high school years one, so I used that one and also added another little dresser over on that side, figuring like mom and dad or mom and mom, you know. So they would obviously need one for each. I added a few little plants just to bring some greenery back into the room, but still of course sticking with our original color scheme. And I love that rug. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with a more neutral one. So I'm just kind of flipping through, seeing which ones I might like, and I do end up going with this kind of fuzzy black one, I believe. Oh no, I went with this lighter purple, sorry. And then for the bathroom, I wanted to go with another like pink tile to kind of match the room that we just did, but they were all very like vibrant pinks, so I ended up just going with like a blue and black bathroom, and then of course use the Growing Together stuff to furnish it as well, because I can't pick a better pack than this one. I do go around and kind of place everything, just making sure it all fits nicely. I also add another mirror to the bathroom, which has to be alt placed, and I added a little cabinet beside the bathtub and some towels to match the kind of room colors. I went with black and then that pink and then a white. And yeah, I think it's looking really good. And of course, a little plant to go underneath of it just to tie it all together. That plant was not my favorite, so I ended up swapping it out. And then I really like this one, but there was already too many plants in the main room, so I just decided to leave it out. I added some nice paintings to the wall, and we are finishing up. So we're moving on to the teenager's room, and I really love the beds and of course all of the furniture from the high school years, as mentioned before. So I add this cute little pink rug, and we're going with like these pinks, kind of blue theme to match the bed. I normally pick something that I like and then try and follow that color palette. So that's what we're doing. We're also making her a gamer. So we've got a cute little gaming setup, of course, and we need some of those LED lights to go behind the desk. I also added some little cute Polaroid hearts and then adjusted it just to make sure she could fit behind the desk. I then added some night tables and changed those to kind of a cute color. I believe I went with the yellow, and added some nice tapestries to the wall. Of course, the edgy cow plant one, because what teen wouldn't want that? I then also drawed some more yellow in with adding the dresser and a cute little mirror to go on top. I then go in with the plants and add some. I really liked this one, but it just wasn't really fitting the room vibes. So I actually ended up just going with a very simple plant. The one I use, of course, in every one of my builds. I just have to sneak it in there. Then with the curtains, I really want to use the high school year curtains, but I can't find myself liking them. I don't know what it is, but I just can't do it. So I again went with the old trusty ones and just went with a nice neutral white to add to those windows. And we are almost done. Of course, we need some more plants to add to her dresser and a basket of cozy blankets in the living room, because, you know, who doesn't love this basket of cozy blankets? I am obsessed with it. I actually added it beside the plant wall, which I think actually tied the room in together way nicer. I did want to add some cute little like lighting and clutter, so I added some books to her dresser, and then we go back to the kitchen where I do add, I believe, also a coffee maker, and just kind of like the essentials, the paper towel, spatula, fruit bowl, of course, which has awful graphics. I wish they would fix it, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, we are wrapping up really quick. Here's that coffee maker that I mentioned. What Sim family doesn't need a wonderful coffee maker? And I don't believe I added the microwave, but I did add a cute little rug to go by the sink so you can stand on it while you do your dishes. Then for the last thing, I went to the spare bedroom, or the spare bathroom upstairs, and then added in yellow, of course, the black floor to match the other ones. But I wanted the yellow to kind of draw in some more yellow from her room. I added a plant to the back window. I was going to put the shower back there, but I just didn't like the way it looked, so I ended up adding the shower bath combo as well, and just all of the essentials, as well as this cute little mirror. I absolutely love it. And toilet paper, can't forget the toilet paper. I also sized up that towel and threw it again, and noticing that shadow, it's driving me nuts. But it is what it is. I added this cute little fun rug to kind of pull in some of those colors from the outdoors, and then I swapped out that blue one for a more nature, kind of colorful inspired one. I think it looks nice. Let me know if you like the other one better. And of course, just some random art decorations to the hallway just to bring some life into this house. And yeah, we are about to be done. I then went to the porch and added some furniture to the outside. I really love this kit that we got for free when they made the Sims game free, so I've been using it all the time. I added in some lounge chairs, a couch, and I added in this cute little table, and I also believe I added, yeah, a grill. So I put that in beside there, and then a table just to kind of fill in the space in between them. And I actually liked that smaller one better. I don't know, it just matched it better, and I added a little kind of table to the front of it so you can either put your feet up on it or grab a drink. And then of course I found a place to repurpose that plant that I couldn't fit upstairs. We are now working on some landscaping. Of course we need some sunflowers because what cute little barn house doesn't have sunflowers? So I added those out front, as well as some nice low-lying daisies, I believe they're called. But they are one of my favorite flowers. They're just so simple and cute, and I absolutely love them. I then added some bushes and actually put them all the way around out front, and of course some flowers going around the trim. I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to go with at first, but I ended up going with these lavender bushes. I thought it brought a nice pop of color to a pretty simple kind of build, and then it was just too much, so I actually swapped it out for the greener ones, and then a few of the other lavender ones just sprinkled around there, and then some of these cute little yellow flowers just underneath the bush. I think it's looking adorable. I just rearranged the sunflowers out front because of course we needed to keep them, but this house is almost done. We're just gonna add a pathway and quickly finish it up. If you've liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, as it is greatly appreciated. Make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications because I post twice a week, but sometimes bonus videos do go up, and I hope you have a great day.